Vinod Madhavan, head of trade for Standard Bank. Standard Bank won several awards, including Best in Cash Management and different awards in FX. Can you tell me what is new at the bank in these areas?
So, what's new is that the volatility that Africa has faced with the increased commodity prices and the pressures on the exporting markets have started easing up. So, what's changed since last year is that there is less of risk, but still, risk of doing business in Africa is big, and we are very happy to actually have won these awards because it is a testimony to our ability to work with our corporates and our financial institution clients to access the opportunity of which is Africa.
And what about innovation? I mean, how innovative is the bank in terms of solutions and platforms?
So what we like to believe is that we want to be fast followers. In our book, fast followers is the best way to innovate in a commercially pragmatic manner. Because what it does is it allows us to put the scarce investment dollars we have in the right initiatives and not be at the bleeding edge of, shall I say, innovation. But that said, we have very unique problems in our markets, and I have always maintained that for local problems we need local solutions, locally developed solutions, and we are on the cutting edge on that. We keep investing with teams. We have an incubation team that actually works with innovators in the market. And a recent example that I could quote is Phoenix.org, which is a mechanism to help with crowdfunding for education loans. So innovation is big, innovation is important, but the way we think of this is we want to focus on digitization as a mechanism to realize operational efficiency and realize the revenue.
Faster, cheaper, better for the customer.
Faster, cheaper, better for the customer. Know the customer, find the customer's problem and solve it.
And anything in terms of blockchain that everybody's talking about?
So we are working on blockchain. If you think of it in trade, you have three levels of documentation: the physical supply chain, the financial supply chain, and the documents chain. What we are working on is to try and find efficiencies in the document chain, which is the best way to do it. But more than blockchain, what we believe is the digitalization of trade, where we use data to enable credit decisioning, enable better trade finance availability. Because in our mind, it is very clear that if we can increase our access to trade finance, it can translate into employment, and unemployment is one of the biggest problems we have in our footprint.
One last question about Sibos. What is your feeling about the atmosphere, and what are your main take here?
So Sibos in Toronto, we are glad to come back. We have been participating in Sibos for over 10 years now. It is the best way to create an opportunity to potentially meet. We will never get to meet everyone, but to have 8,000 bankers in one location is unbelievable. We are going to use Sibos to do the following. One, share our optimism for Africa with the bankers. As the only African bank with a booth, with a stall, we feel we are here as spokespersons, as ambassadors of Africa, and we are hoping to see what we can do in the Canada-Africa corridor. So it's been excellent, Sibos, so far, and looking forward to 2 more days of the same.